All right. Well, I'm really excited about the way News Decoder fills the void of what we see in the news today. And to me, what really comes to mind is the experience you get being around a table in a seminar in college. So I have to say, I really miss that. In college, you would talk about what interested you, and it was really the students driving the discussion around the table. I was lucky enough to go to a school where, a lot of my classes were not sitting in a big lecture hall listening to one professor talking to 500 students, but sitting around a table and having a really student-driven discussion about the issues at hand. And to me, that's kind of what News Decoder brings. You have some sites that push out international news to mass audiences, and yes, you can comment, and yes, you can tweet, but you're not really hearing back from the audience, and the audience certainly isn't driving the conversation. But I think News Decoder sort of brings a seminar experience where the audience drives the discussion and drives some of the editorial decisions and what you see in terms of the content.
Very good. And if you, I've got your face frozen, so we can keep you on. But if let's say you were asked to choose a topic that you would like to talk about on News Decoder, what would it be, and what would your main question be?
Let's see. One example of a topic that I would be excited to see the News Decoder take on is international cooperation around water and water sustainability. Um, I am a reporter myself and have done some reporting on water, and I'm working on a project about that now. But that's the kind of topic where I feel like, there's innovation happening in silos, but really people need to be talking about solutions and lessons learned across borders and sharing those stories. And it's something we all have a stake in, a fresh water supply. And that's the kind of thing that needs international conversation, that needs youth involvement. Big questions need to be asked, and I feel like that's the sort of topic I would be excited to follow on News Decoder and get young people talking about.
Excellent. Very good. Thank you, Catherine. Let's shift over to Tendai now. Hold on.
Sure.
I'm trying to get your camera up there. Have I done
Okay,
something wrong?
is my background okay? My makeshift background?
Actually, it looks like your camera's off.
Yeah.
Oh, um,
It was on earlier. There you go. Now it's back on.
can you guys see me?
Oh,
We can see you now.
it's kind of off and on. Now it's on.
Okay.
Can you? Now
Oh,
it's off.
Is it still on or off?
It's off.
it's off.
Okay.
I worry it
Let's
just
see.
might be your
I'm using
signal.
my iPad, so I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, I could use my laptop if
No, it's now you're okay.
this
It's
is
just you're
totally
not
better.
framed. If you could frame yourself a little bit better, we want to
Okay.
have your full beauty on the picture.
Okay.
So
Um,
that's good. Now we see you. So why don't you
okay.
just say who you are
Mm-hmm.
and warm up a little bit, and then talk a little bit about what you think is innovative and unique and potentially appealing to you about the News Decoder mission.
Sure. Okay. Let me just fix
Take your
this.
time getting your frame right.
yeah.
Is this better?
Yep,
What do you guys think?
that's good. And if you can look into the camera, it's best.
Okay.
There you go.
Am I looking
Perfect.
into the camera?
You look good.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let me drink some water. I am Tendai Madenika. I'm from Harare, Zimbabwe, and I currently live in Washington, D.C. We live in a world in which the Internet of Everything seeks to create smarter devices and smarter appliances, but I think that, okay, wait, let me do that again. Can I do that again?
No, you take your time.
Let me look at my little script here. Nelson, I sent it to you. I don't know if you had a chance to
Yeah, I
Well, I
mean,
think that's what it is. Whenever you look at something else on your iPad, your camera turns off for us.
Oh, okay.
oh, it's that
So,
smart, huh?
and honestly, Nelson, I wonder whether I should do some of my sound bites again because Tendai, when you're looking at something else on your iPad, your
Mm-hmm.
camera goes off, and
Okay.
in a lot of what I was saying, your camera was off. And I think, given the lower quality of Google Hangout, I
Mm-hmm.
anticipate the guy making this video will actually want to show that this is a Google Hangout, and he'll want to show
Okay.
all of our faces. Does that make sense, Nelson?
Yeah, you're right.
So I don't think having, I think Tendai, we might want to redo a lot of some of this and
Mm-hmm.
just keep the camera on you because the blue face,
Okay.
it's better to have three faces, I think.
Yeah,
Right.
you're
No,
right. So
definitely.
I've unclicked you, so we'll let Tendai speak once she gets her camera going, and I won't interrupt with. I'll try not to interrupt so that we can see her the whole time. So go ahead, Tendai, over to you. And you, by the way, you don't have to. Don't worry about your script. Just talk.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Um, I'm Tendai Madenika, and I'm from Harare, Zimbabwe. Currently, I live in Washington, D.C. We live in a world in which the Internet of Everything is creating smarter devices and appliances that can think for us and perform certain functions for us. However, as the world's borders disappear, I think what the world truly needs is smarter global citizens who are well informed about issues that affect us from day to day, which is why I think News Dakota is such a great idea. And I think that its unique virtual platform will create an interactivity that will allow millennials to learn from each other and also, you know, expand their perspectives about global issues and in so doing make the world a better place.
Awesome. How are you learning about international affairs now, Tendai, and how would this bring something new to you?
Well, I just graduated from an international affairs master's program, and I think that was very enriching. And so a lot of my news right now just comes from websites such as the BBC or the Wall Street Journal. And I think that News Dakota will truly enhance my experience of international affairs by enabling me to participate in a community of my peers where I can actually learn what's going on in their communities and expand my perspective.
Great. Catherine, how about you?
So I'm Catherine Cheney. I'm a journalist. I work for a media company called Nationswell, and we focus on creative solutions to national challenges here in the U.S. But personally, I'm also very excited about solutions around the world and how those solutions can be shared across borders. So that's something that really excites me about the News Decoder model. Something that really excites me about the News Decoder model is this borderless idea, especially when it comes to the potential that creates to really share solutions, not just stories, but solutions across borders. So, one example of a topic that I think the News Decoder audience would really benefit from experiencing in this way is stories around water. That's a big global challenge that everyone has a stake in. There are a lot of exciting innovations in that field. There are a lot of barriers to innovation in that field. And sort of a top-down reporting to a mass audience on water is one thing, but creating a conversation around water where people are sharing ideas and asking questions and moving towards solutions and young people are involved and driving the conversation. That's just one of many examples of an area that needs conversation, solutions, stories shared across borders, and I'm excited about the potential of the News Decoder model to deliver on a topic like that.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop the